But the most important story of the day yesterday, we couldn't even get time to. Joe Allen, are robots regenerating themselves now? Sir, Joe Allen.
Yes, there is. So there is a lab-made kind of self-organizing creature known as a xenobot. The name comes from the species of frog, Xenopus laevis, that these cells are derived from. And what you see on the screen right now, and for those that are just listening, are these kind of jelly bean-shaped creatures that are moving of their own accord, and they are sweeping up big piles of frog-derived stem cells. These stem cells then develop into more jelly bean-shaped, self-motivated creatures. And there's some kind of cross between a lab-made living organism and a robot. They're self-organizing in the sense that if you take these cells, which typically would develop into the skin of a tadpole, and put them in a particular configuration. These are about 3,000 cells. They'll form a blob, and what the scientists do is they manipulate that blob so that the cilia swim in a particular pattern. What's most important about this is that configuration that you saw on screen was created by an artificial intelligence system, the Deep Green system at University of Vermont. So artificial intelligence developers oftentimes talk about AI as if it has a life of its own, and that the hope is that it will become creative, and many hope to bring it to a point that is as intelligent as a human being or more. What you see here is an artificial intelligence system going through literally billions of possible configurations for these cells. And that system is what arrived at the successful configuration that would then go on to self-replicate itself using external resources. So you can thank AI for the xenobots, and you can thank AI should a more self-reliant, self-sustaining creature be created that can survive in the wild and perhaps wreak, complete havoc on humankind or the rest of the ecosystem.
We're going to have you back on tomorrow. Joe, how do people get to you? Because here's the thing. They didn't anticipate this. Things are going to happen with this, and they're going to cut people totally by surprise. We got the Frankenstein monsters going to come out everywhere because it's beyond human capacity to think this through. Joe, how do people get to you? How to get your writings?
You can find this story and others on warroom.org at the news section or in the transhumanism section. You can find me on social media at JOEBOTXYZ, Gab, Twitter, and Getter, or my site, joebot.xyz. Thank you very much, Steve.
Thanks, Joe. Amazing work. Transhumanism, one of the big lines of inquiry we're going through. Remember, people, we got to be able to walk and chew gum at the same time. People say we got to focus on 3 November. Yes, we're focused on 3 November. We're going to get to the bottom of it every day, make sure that it never happens again, and make sure we rectify what happened on 3 November to get to the legitimacy of the President of the United States. But you can't look away from transhumanism.